Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the NDA podcast, episode -2 today. And today I'm joined by Kev. I'm also joined by Ryder joining us again. And today, a special guest. We have Mao on the podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome. And I think we should just jump into asking some Mao questions. Let's get that ball rolling real quick. So,
all right,
let me start this off, Mao. Thank you for joining us today.
Happy to be here.
As you should, because if you weren't, we're going to be very
It's
sad.
an honor and a privilege to be on this podcast.
Exactly.
That's why.
Just definitely not at gunpoint. So when did you first get interested in draft/competitive Pokemon?
I think I've told the story a couple times in the server, but my first, I wanted to do like some of the single player kind of comp stuff, like the battle facilities in game, and I kind of knew about Smogon and I kind of did that. But my first week of college, I saw a guy playing Black and White 2 on his DS in the cafeteria, and I'm like, "Oh, do you play Pokemon?" He's like, "Yeah, I play competitively," and I'm like, "Oh, let's battle!" And he whooped me. He ran something with Reuniclus, I forget. So he was super bulky, and I did not know what to do because I was running single sets in doubles. It was not great. But I wanted to beat him, so I kind of was like, "Hey, help me build teams," and he helped me out, and I've been kind of addicted to that ever since. I've done a couple in-person stuff, so that's
nice.
pretty cool. And then with draft leagues, I want to say that I had seen. I'm pretty sure that I started watching Kyle A stuff because he's from my Smash scene, and it just kind of was like, "Oh, that looks really fun." So I've been kind of doing a couple of those, and they're honestly one of my favorite ways to play the game because it's great.
That was how I got into it, watching all the content. And Kyle A is also someone I found in the draft scene he was so entertaining all the time, and ended up hopping in a couple of his streams, hopped into the server, and when we were looking for people to play, I was like, let me send it in here. These guys they watched Kyle's draft league videos. Let me see if any of them are interested to play. And then Kyle told you about it, right? Because I sent it in the group chat, and I don't think you saw it right away. And then Kyle brought it to your attention, I think, right, Mal, about the league.
Yeah, because he knows that I'm a VGC guy, so he was just like, "Yo, K-Mill is looking for someone for the draft league," and I'm like, "Oh, he's a cool guy. I'll hop in there. Why not?"
The rest is history.
Yep.
This is your third season.
This is my third season with you guys.
Yep.
And it's been your best so far, if I may add. You've been off to a raring start. Very, very nice stuff. I mean, I'll be honest. I did not picture you to be. What is it right now? 4-1,
5-1.
Yeah, sorry, I just disrespect you a little. Fucking 5-1.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
I think my first season.
Get him out of here. Turn off the lights. What?
The first season, I think I was 4-0 the first season, and then I just went I went 0-4 for the next half of the season or something like that. It started off great, and then I just kept getting bopped, and it was always just oh, I forgot to prep for this, or this happened, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What's different this season? What's with the? Is it comfortability? You're just liking the team?
I think I've just got the right amount of versatility with some just kind of out there stuff. Maractus is kind of out there. Dedenne is kind of out there. Just I have stuff that's actually good, like Necrozma and Cinderace and Naganadel, but I also just kind of have things that if you don't expect it, they're gonna kind of put in work. So I just get to kind of.
I think that's the best.
Yeah, that's a perfect mix to have a successful draft team. Is that you have your staples, but then you still have your oddballs that can favor the match.
Put in work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are I'm interested, Mal. What are the other ones that are actually really good? I'm definitely not taking notes. I just want to. I'm very interested in your team.
I don't even know what I'm gonna. I think I brought everything except for Null this season and Rhyme because that was a late ad.
So is that what I should? Is that what somebody should expect?
I'm probably just gonna bring Maractus and Gobert, honestly.
Okay. Miraculous.
Write that down, Justin. Write that down.
And
Maractus
you say
goes
go Burr. How many R's? We like 4 or 5?
I'm gonna go 6.5.
6 and oh,
Like,
Like
what a
half an
guy.
R. Wow.
But like 6 and a lowercase r at the end.
Gotcha. Okay, so
It kind of
off.
it echoes in the end.
Gotcha. Little chamber action. All right. Let's move on to the next question. So, very important question, top of the line question. Favorite Pokemon?
Zatu.
All right, that's easy enough. Well,
I already.
I think that ends the podcast. I don't know.
Yeah, I put this question in here on purpose because I knew that was Mal's favorite Pokemon, and I knew it needed to be addressed that he just has the wrong Psychic and Flying type as his favorite Pokemon. Like, it just doesn't make sense why anyone would pick Xatu over Swoobat. Like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't understand why you could pick Zubat. Zatu has magic bounce.
Swoobat is adorable, and he's
Also, there's more Zatu content. Therefore, I'm always eating good.
Hold on. Doesn't Swoobat have simple?
he does. He's
So isn't
crazy
it
with
simple-minded? It's a smooth-brained Pokemon. That makes sense as to why you would like it. It's
No,
because
no,
it's
no,
actually
no.
stupid. It lacks the crevices in the brain to actually develop thought. That's okay.
Wait,
That makes
he also his other abilities klutz.
yeah.
he's a
Not only that, but he's a fucking klutz.
he's a beast, all right, and he's the superior Psychic and Flying type. Like, this is nothing.
He is shaped like a friend. I will give you that.
He is a friend.
Literally,
like-
literally has a heart on his face. Like, what's not to love? I like Swoobat. It's just not my favorite.
I
I
think
don't even know if I have
that
to be
my
honest.
I have a favorite Pokemon. That's like, how do you like Pokemon without having a favorite Pokemon?
Well, there's never been a Pokemon that have been like that one. I need that one on my team.
Whimsicott.
For draft league, yeah. For draft league. Maybe
I
Lapras.
enjoyed that.
Maybe Lapras. Lapras do go Burr.
I wonder why. Jesus God.
Button. Ooh, it looks a little whitish. This might go good into that green one. Oh wow, it killed. Nice. I don't know. What it
Killed?
would be.
And I
Maybe
have
Barber.
dual screens in front of me. Oh, that's nice. I clicked one button for that. Actually,
I
technically,
clicked
to be
this
fair,
one.
it's 2 buttons. You have to click the Dynamax button and then the ice move. So that is 2 buttons at once.
So far, I have not made that
kinda wild.
mistake yet. I've always done maxing when I needed to max. So I'm thankful for that. And
Alright.
because I said that, I'm going to do that in the next match. So, anywho, all right. I think, unless you guys have any other pressing questions for Mal, I know I do, but I can't say that live. So, I guess we can move on, and we can go to covering some of the games that happened last week. So, week 6, we had first off Rooster versus Harrison. Now, I had the privilege of helping Harrison prep, and I thought we had a good strategy. I thought we had something that was going to work, but clearly Rooster thought otherwise, and then brought the wrong team, and then brought the right team. And then went 2-1.
I
guys
still still question why Harris. I mean, I respect the integrity, I do, but when Rooster sends out that Gigas Weezing and the Weezing doesn't take away slow start, it is. How do you let him switch that? Like, I don't understand. That's a free win. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, this is fun. It's friendly, but against someone like Rooster, who's very hard to beat, is undefeated. Surely you just take those. Ryder Mal, what would you guys have done in that situation? Would you have let him switch, or would you have just played it out?
I don't know. Considering that I've had it happen to me, and I've had people be like, "No, don't do it." Actually, no, I've had it happen another time where I forgot something and they were fine with it. So I don't know. I guess it would depend on the person. And a lot of the time, if I really want to win, I will take like the no, you messed up, live with it, but also it is for fun. So.
All right, so it was Rooster, so you definitely wouldn't have let him switch. Okay, Ryder, your turn. Ryder, would you have let him switch?
To be honest, I don't. No, I would not.
Damn. Coming from commish. That's how you know it's official when our commissioner says he wouldn't have let him switch. Harrison, you fucked up, pal.
Well, given the situation that I'm struggling at the bottom, he's at the top right now. I'm trying to get the win I can get, or any advantage I can. So, I'm going.
I feel that. Well, the first game went well, despite him not having, despite him letting Rooster change. Harrison pulled out the dub game one, and it was looking like, oh wow, Harrison's coming crazy this season. And then, he just stalled out. He just stalled that game. He pulled the Rider special and just completely stalled out Rooster the game one. That special Groudon and Umbreon just did really well stalling. And then he had Tailwind control in key spots and Dynamax late game and caught the dub. But that quickly flipped. Game 2, Rooster kind of just he did what he's been doing all season. He leads something. Maybe you do expect it, maybe you don't. It does what it needs to do. And then there's Calyrex in the back that can just sweep things up for no reason. I guess for a big reason because of that high speed and high special attack. But coming into the season, we did not think Calyrex would be this high on the kill table. It's doing huge things for him in the back.
Yeah, I mean, even though Harrison was able to have a normal type, which will obviously negate any sort of Astral Barrage that Rooster wants to do, it's still hard because there is a lack of strong normal types, I will say, on people's teams. So not everyone has the capability of dealing with an Astral Barrage or something that can counter it effectively. There are ways, but Rooster switches it up enough where it's yeah, you can have this move, you can have a wide guard or you can have a normal type, but I'm going to have this to completely counter that off the rip, and then he's just going to sweep with Calyrex in the back, typically. So it's definitely difficult to be able to do anything against Rooster, given his variety and what he. I was
gonna say is, you know what the best normal type is to counter the most offensive normal type to counter it?
Gigas.
Regigigas.
Yeah.
You know who else has that? Rooster.
Yeah. What? In a way, I think that would have been Gigas, who was still max, and I think on maxed at that point. I definitely not only makes him slow, but it cuts his attack as well. So now you're going to be able to take more hits from this list. I just think that Rooster's team is just it's tough to deal with. So yeah, it's no surprise that he's at this point.
Is he the only one? He's the only one that's he's the only one that's undefeated. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
Multiple mons that can get neutralized. Pretty sure no one is more annoying. Why Kevin wanted them.
He sniped me, bro. He sniped me. I was getting it on the way back. You wanted to
pick something else, but then you also wanted to pick Galarian Weezing, and then you let it get into
the guy with the Gigas. I was gonna take Gigas or Weezing because so what I did was I had a wheel pick, took Zamazenta. On the second pick, I was like, all right, I kind of want Weezing and Gigas, but if I take one of them now, if I go at round 2 and take Weezing, is some asshole with all the picks up and back, gonna take Gigas just to spite me and take a different neutralizing gas? Or I was like, do I take Gigas now? And then there's other uses for Weezing. Like, does someone take a Weezing just because I took Gigas because I won the league last season just to spite me? So I couldn't decide, and I was like, all right, I can't decide. Let's take Lapras here in C tier. It's a great mon. I can stop a lot of other people from using Gmax Lapras. Hopefully in rounds 3 and 4 in my wheel pick, I'll grab both of them. Round 3 on the way back, like 4 picks before I'm about to take it. Gigas. Pain. Rooster undefeated. And that's where we are.
Your fault.
I'm seeing some counterplay for do I play Rooster this season?
I was wondering if you play him. I know I don't, and I don't play you either, Mal. So I was wondering if you don't play Rooster, like the little triangle.
I play. I do. I play in week 9.
Interesting.
Sounds like
is Rooster ever going to see this chat?
Chat?
Yeah, this particular chat.
No, probably not. We'll see.
Let me show you what I'm thinking.
All right, send it, and we can. I think we can move on.
Ready? Real quick.
Quick.
Boom.
I think that's pretty good. I think that'll work.
Beware, Rooster's in for it.
Oh no.
Boy.
Okay. That being said,
GG's regardless.
Yeah, let's move on. We have to cover Quartz versus Griff. How do you guys feel? Ryder, I want to toss this one over to you first. If you have any strong opinions on this one, how do you feel about this one?
Set 1, Griffin was very unlucky. I think that was where his Rayquaza got paralyzed for like 2 back-to-back turns.
I think it was 2 back-to-back.
I think it was like 1, then it was good, but it hit into a substitute, and then the next turn it got paired again. It was it's all its damage got negated. It was sad.
His Urshifu gets 1 shot.
I mean, Urshifu's always getting 1 shot by a freaking fairy move.
Oh, he predicts the Nightshade and switches Popfin. And then he sets up the sub. And
Max Moltres in the back did some damage.
Yep.
Yeah. Another week.
He didn't even actually get to keep the sub. He just helping handed and went burr.
Yeah. What are we saying, Ryder?
I think this was another week that Kieran was able to do what it does best, I think. Or did Kieran ever show up?
Well, no.
I think it came the second game.
The second game.
He dropped Mewtwo for Kieran, so this is new.
Yeah, but like this week it had such a good, like again it had a very good matchup, and he didn't even use it game 1.
Griffin forgot that Turbo Blaze was a thing. That's what it was.
Right.
Just like how people were forgetting that Terravolt was a thing when they were playing against
Mac. Yeah.
Yeah, game 1, Quartz didn't even use it. Like he had Ninetales still. I don't even think. I think Moltres airstreamed Rayquaza when it was at a max and did so much damage. I think that's how he ended up getting rid of it. He didn't even rely on like the ice move into it. But then in the second game, I think Kyurem came. It did its thing.
The airstream did 93%,
which is wild.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Rayquaza can be used very efficiently and properly. It's just it had a really bad matchup, and with the para hacks and Moltres being faster, still in max form, it had no shot. It was rough, very rough. Griff didn't have the best of matchup, and then on top of that, he kind of got screwed, which is always rough. Always rough for your confidence.
Doubled into his Ray for game 2, but he did take down the Sigilif in 1 hit. That was maxed.
We have a little redemption arc on our hands here. Starts with the 0-5, and now he's got 2 wins back to back.
A spoiler! You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me. That's messed up.
No.
I was gonna do predictions. What do you mean?
No, wait. Oh wait, was that not his third win? Oh wait, no, it wasn't. Oh, I just pulled a boo boo. Playing early in the week is bad for my brain. I'm sorry, everyone. Spoiler alert. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I meant it as a joke. No, yeah. That
Well,
shame on you.
totally
Shame.
just fumbled.
No, that was his third. That was his
let me-
no, that was his second. It was his second.
That's
His
Yeah,
seven games.
I fumbled. I fumbled.
Yeah, you did. I was making a joke and you didn't get it.
So, well, he has one win, right? So, redemption arc, maybe?
He's got
Okay, Wex, edit that, please, quick. Just edit this whole part. Hold on. Well, so Quartz has one win. That's pretty. That's pretty crazy. Definitely. Do you guys think he'll get another one? I don't know.
He's got Harrison this week 7. That could be. I don't know.
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's a game. It's a game. Who knows when that'll happen? Who knows? We might even cover it on the podcast. All right, moving on. Mao versus Ryder. We had your guys' game. Last
Guys
week,
got
week
the
6.
floor. Go
It's
for it.
all you guys. I'm definitely not gonna go on my phone and check Tinder. No matches again. Yes.
I'll just say that game, it was back and forth, like set 1 and 2. Like we both swept each other.
yeah, it was a double 4-0, which I was not expecting at all.
I don't think I've
Oh, I
ever
just
witnessed that
accidentally matched
before.
my sister.
Yo, Justin, Justin, you gotta go. Justin, you gotta go.
I'm
Anyway,
kidding.
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a back-to-back 4-0 before. That was really
Yeah.
interesting.
I was not expecting it for me to do it, and I was kind of going confident in the game 2, and then I got 4-0, and I'm like, okay, this is where I just kind of get bopped, and it was a very close set. You had, what was it, power swap?
Yeah, I had power swap on
Yeah, that was
You
crazy.
misclicked one, right, Ryder?
Yeah, turn 1 I misclicked power swap.
Yeah,
I was
the game-
supposed to click tailwind. I
Yeah,
clicked power swap.
you outsped me.
And it revealed my tech.
Well, I didn't
Yeah.
even know what the move did. I was just
Oh.
trying to make Nagana Del go bird.
Yeah. Because you misclicked, it looked like that was the move that swapped the defense stats, like Mal was saying in chat afterwards.
I thought
that's
it swapped the attack stats, so I was like, oh, now my Necrozma is just like completely useless, and then you just swapped it back, and I'm like, huh? Because I didn't realize that it swapped the boost, so I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, it was so confusing because of the misclick. And that was the game you got swept, right? Game 1.
No, that was game
No,
3.
that was game
was
3.
game
that was-
three.
No, game 1. I did flatter Sableye on a Lumberry Nagana Del.
That was interesting. That was very interesting. Kudos. That was some tech
Yeah.
that we haven't seen in a
Ganondorf
while.
even took
that.
down a Giratina max. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if the crit mattered at max Giratina because
So-
you were at +2, but like that was
I'm trying to remember
Great.
what happened. Game 2, I tried to do the same thing. It did 61%, and I think you just what did you do?
I think I just draining. No, I didn't draining kiss.
Because game
Dropped
2,
my own
you dropped you did Giratina and what's his face Incineroar. Oh, it's because I proc the weakness policy, and you just max Quake turn 1, and I knew, oh, I don't have anything that can do anything next game, and then you just you Comfey went Burr with Floral Healing.
Yeah, I think I Mac, Quake, and then I Parting Shot when Incineroar that game, and then I got Comfy in for free, and I just kept Floral Healing. Giratina.
'Cause I thought it was also neat because we both had the same idea where we both went for like stat increase management, because you brought power swap and I brought haze on Quagsire.
Yeah. We had our own ways of dealing with weakness policy problem. Yeah,
It was a fun game.
it was a fun one. Quad
feel like-
came in clutch though with Unaware.
I was really hoping you were gonna send out Wall Rain though, just because it was me.
You saw it
I
in
was
team preview and you're like, oh boy.
I was close to bringing Wall Rain, but I couldn't justify bringing it with the 4 I had. because I had thought that Zatu would put in good work, would support, like get Tailwind and Power Swap going on, and I was able to do well with that because I had Heat Wave, not Heat Wave. I didn't have Heat Wave. I had Foul Play.
Yeah,
So
you almost
some stuff.
you did some real big damage to Necrozma with it.
Yeah, it was a very interesting set you guys had there. Very much enjoyed that one. That was very fun to watch. Unfortunately, Ryder, that does mean you end up being 2-4 currently. It is what it is, but you'll have a comeback. I'm sure of it. You are commish, so it would only make sense. But
Hopefully.
I mean, come on. Let's be realistic here. I mean, you've been in the finals, 2 times, and you made it to the semis last season, and unfortunately had to get bopped out by Quartz, who may or may not be on a comeback trail. Maybe. I don't know. He's got plot armor, so. So I mean, let's be real. You have playoff aspirations, but knowing your high standards that you've set for yourself, given the past few seasons, I mean, who knows if semifinals is good enough in your eyes? Who knows? Who knows? But definitely still capable of getting there, as is seemingly everybody in the league. I mean, all you need is to get 10th out of 14 spots. So, I mean, anyone has a chance. It's all up for grabs. But with that being said, let's move on now to Will versus Gummy, 2 people that have had unfortunate matches so far this season. But that game was a little less unfortunate for Will. Kevin, let's hear your thoughts.
And off the rip, I think I don't remember or not if this game was played before our last episode came out, but in the predictions, we kind of called Gummy's team. We called the Turtonator Trick Room stuff, and we really thought it was going to work, so much so that you and Ryder predicted Gummy to win. And Will really surprised me with the versatility in his team this week. He added Transaction Manetric and brought it this week, and that next to Volcarona just did really big things this week. Like game 1, he maxed it off the rip. It took out the Togekiss after brought it this. It would have taken it out, but it was Focus Sash, and then
He just bugged with Volcarona.
He struggle bug with Volcarona right next to it, hits both Mons and drops special attack. And with the Togekiss, Slowbro, Turtonator strategy, that's a very special team. And Struggle Bug was perfect. It just completely shut down most of Gummy's offense. It was really cool to see. And then game 2 comes the Grimmsnarl. Game lead from Will, and he's got pulling out Psychic Fangs to break screens and stuff like that. It was really cool to see a C-tier mon have some versatility like that maybe we didn't expect. It was really cool to see from Will, just because I know, keep talking how Will's a singles player, but he's playing really well with doubles. I don't know. I got very fortunate to beat him, but he's playing so well at the moment. It's very scary. I would not Will's a one team that I know I already played. I do not want to face that guy in the playoffs at all.
Nope. I'm good. If he's leading Volcarona, I can't stop my Stealth Rock, so I'm good. He can stay away with that nonsense there. But yeah, no, like I said, Will's gonna be top 4. I'm not joking. He's at 12 points and 3 wins.
Aerodactyl gets Stealth Rocks.
Oh boy.
We know his weakness. No one's bringing Stealth Rock.
Exactly. That's the problem. It's either you need the yellow magic, some luck, or you need Stealth Rocks. One of those 3. That's your win condition, okay? Hell, maybe even timer. We haven't seen that aspect. If Will makes bad decisions under pressure, someone's got to try it, maybe. But yeah, no. Top 4. I mean, 12 points with 3 wins is ridiculous. Every loss he's had has gone to 3 sets, or 3 games in the set, and every win has been 2-0, if I'm not mistaken. So that put it 369. Yep, that would be just literally correct. Yeah, it's the most amount of points you can have at that amount of wins, and I mean you're 2 under Rooster right now who's undefeated. That's always going to be, a good amount of points to have. So you just need to get more wins at this point to boost your standing, because you're going to have the points regardless because of how well he's played so far this season. Yeah, definitely someone. I mean, I think he can make at least semis. I don't know about you guys, but I don't see many coaches being able to top his team in this league. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's a very cerebral player. So that's my take. Yeah. Yeah. So, unless you guys have anything else to add. No? Okay. So, we'll move on to Germ versus Riolu. We had that match happen. Yeah, Water was strong. The Ogre went Ogre went a death button.
How many R's was that one, Mel?
At least 7.
Yeah,
Maybe-
7 full ones.
I think it was 8 for all 8 kills that were done that game.
That'd be. I think that would suffice. Yeah. I don't know if we need to talk about this one for too long. That one was just.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, a lot of Kyogre damage.
Got held back the previous 2 weeks by Storm Drain, so this week he got to press the button again.
He did mention that he can just click Water Spout the remaining week. So it's like you can't expect Kyogre to jump the KO lead for it.
Yeah.
Like I said before the podcast started recording, there are a lot of mons that get Water Absorb.
Yeah. Only Gastrodon and Maractus get Storm Drain, right?
Cradilly as well.
Right.
Damn, I should have added that to transactions before next week. Rip.
Yeah. Cadrill. I almost said. It sounds like I was about to say K-Millie.
K-Millie.
Hey,
Gastrodon.
that'd be sick. That'd be a sick
Oh,
match.
that's
Nah, it's
crazy.
already too bad.
And then Maractus, and then I was mentioning also Luminium, but he's not native. So yeah, just those 3.
Yeah, and then obviously you have the amount of mons that get Water Absorb, but Storm Drain is much better in this scenario, given it's a spread move.
Still, if you're making it to where it's a single target, then it's still reducing the damage because it's still being counted as a spread move.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a wider distribution, and if only one mon's getting hit, that's better than taking double.
Yeah, I think
especially if you look at some of these like Lantern, Cacturn, Maractus also gets it. Like there's a couple of these that can at least like hurt Kyogre quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure. And I think if you really want to counter Riolu's team, I think having a wide guard on a mon is going to be a must, right? Just to be able to mitigate Water Spout, mitigate Origin Pulse. Just to, just stop the spread damage from coming out in general. I think that's going to have to be the play for most coaches in the league for the rest of the season, given how strong, just the Tornogre duo is as a lead, even in the back as well, if he really wanted to, because you don't even need a max at that point. You just set up a Tailwind and then click a button and you're like, oh, well, I guess I'll lose. I don't really know if there's a counterplay to this one. It is very difficult, but I think wide guard is also a great play. Ryder, do you have any thoughts on Riolu and the match?
Wow. Well, I think Riolu is. I know he had a rough couple seasons, but I think we are seeing him shape up now. That he's in form, and you can expect a lot of good plays from him from now on. Because we know that he has fallen off since season 1, where he dominated. So he is going to be up there. I can see him performing really well the next few weeks, and yeah, Kyogre goes bird. So
Is he a lock for playoffs, Ryder? I want the prediction right now.
prediction, it's a high possibility.
Alright, we'll take
Everyone
that.
else is doing well.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, given his current standing at being in 11th, 2-4 with 6 points, while there's other 2-4 teams with 8 and 7. It's not, ideal, but like we've talked about, he had to face 2 Storm Drain teams, and that's very difficult when you have a Water Spout mon like Kyogre as one of your main damage sources. So I think he's gonna have a better time, at least getting, if he doesn't win, at least getting to a 3rd set and being able to, at least acquire some points to catch up with some of these other coaches that do have more points but the same amount of wins as him. So I think landing around 4 and 6, 5 and 5 is very realistic, and I think that's going to be enough to get in to maybe even 9th and 8th. I think 3 and 7 could be enough for 10th, to be honest, if you have a lot of points.
He's got 4 weeks, and anything can happen.
Exactly. That's the same with the rest of our coaches. I mean, you have 4 more weeks. You can acquire the points. It's more than possible. Plot armor, boys. Just remember. All right. Moving on. So we have
Final game.
Mac versus
No final.
Oh no, I'm tripping.
Was it?
Man, I'm having a mare tonight, boys. I apologize.
Anyway,
Late.
Kev, you want to talk about your game? Let's talk about your game.
I can talk about my game. The only thing, Justin can attest to this because he is my prep friend. The only thing in prep that really gave me a lot, not like I was winning, but it wasn't like clean wins. The only thing that gave me issues was NDA Zekrom. And he didn't in prep run Dragon Dance for some reason. Like I don't know why I didn't think about that. And but even if I did run it, I don't know who has a clean way to stop follow me in Psychic Terrain Dragon Dance Zekrom. Like, who has a clean way to stop him from doing that? So, I mean, I don't think I would have mattered that much, but it was scary. And, I mean, I definitely prepped for NDA Zekrom, but you'd still expect Trick Room at some point. So that was, I think, if he just brought straight Trick Room, my matchup would have been a lot more smoother, but what he brought was the best thing for my team. And I pulled out a narrow win game 1. Very, very fortunate to win that. In game 2, I wasn't ready for Dragon Dance. I just wasn't. Like, he did the same thing, and it did what it needed to do. And game 3, I adjusted and was. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable saying that I deserved the win, but we definitely take it. Like, it's just Mac's such a tough team and such a tough matchup and he had a very little prep time. I felt really bad that I kind of pushed him for the game very early because I was taking a flight very shortly. So I had to get this game done early. And kudos to Mac. He's a good dude. Got the team done ready. And he played very well. Like it was no pushover win. Like when you look at the standings, and I got the dub, but it could have went either way. He's such a good battler, and kudos to Mac. You guys,
I will say, during prep, I didn't want to run Dragon Dance in particular because I just wanted to get the weakness policy proc off. I felt like doing Dragon Dance was losing a turn because I felt like you could easily double into Indeedee and then it would just die. Now I have the Dragon Dance off, but now I don't really have like a clean way of. I can't keep Zekrom from taking more damage because the whole point was to mitigate the damage that you were able to output, whether it be with your Zamazenta or whatever you had paired next to it, or if you're gonna max Thunderous. Or, bring Avalugg like you did, as, that was like the main thing. I wanted to be able to get as many attack lowers as possible so that I wasn't taking too much damage, knowing that Swagger was a thing. And maybe that's a problem because we don't know if, Mac's going to know about that specifically with own tempo not allowing you to be confused. So you can just click Swagger, and as long as you hit, you are able to get a +2 attack boost for free. Yeah, I just didn't think it was good. What I ran was a Reflect. That way, Indeedee could not only live whatever was getting thrown at it, but then I can keep Zekrom clean the next turn and do more mitigation on the attack. I felt that was better. But because he did go follow me, it allowed you to do the little tech that you had on Thunderous with the assurance, I believe, which was
Yes, well, it was payback. So
Payback,
initially,
yeah,
I had Crunch on Thunderous, and it was doing pretty good damage. But I was like, hey, this thing gets payback, and if it used follow me, like, I mean, it wasn't like huge difference, but after a follow me, payback goes to 100 base power rather than Crunch's 80, which I thought was pretty cool, and it really ensured a kill when it didn't sort of reflect like you were doing, and I thought it was pretty cool on my part.
That's what draft league's all about, right there. Is the
little
things
text
you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Then like I said, game 3 I just adjusted well, and I brought Avalugg in the back rather than lead with it. That way I could use Comfey and Zamazenta to kind of chip. I got rid of Indeedee. I set up Reflect.
Comfey. I'm sorry, I don't think
Lefty.
that's part. I don't think that's part of your
Lefty.
team. You're
Same
fumbling
little-
the bag tonight.
Same little
it
fairy shit.
This feels good for me. I'm not gonna lie, because I usually have these types of senior moments where I need to be put into a home. But I think Tampa's getting to your head because you're coming back and you sound like you're on some sort of rocks.
Yeah, I had a little too much to drink this weekend. I'm not in my best form. Um,
Jeez.
But Klefki and Zom really did what they needed to do. I set up Misty Terrain, so I got rid of the Psychic Terrain so I could do priority stuff. It weakens Dragon moves from Zekrom. It also stops any statuses that he maybe wanted to do. And then I had brought in Thunderous at a really good time. I predicted a ground move from Hippowdon, and Thunderous was able to, obviously it's flying type, it doesn't get affected. Zom goes down from a max lightning from Zekrom, and then I can bring in Avalugg, click Swagger, and win the game with a Reflect in front of me. His team was pretty physical with Hippowdon, Zekrom, and Stoutland, so with Avalugg's crazy base defense stat and a Reflect in front of it, it was able to just tank and get the kills it needed to do. And I'm glad I was able to bring Avalugg. I was thinking about dropping it, but had a very good matchup this week, and I was able to use the Swagger shenanigans that Gummy pulled on me last season. But I think that's all I have to say. I think we can swiftly transition to the game of the week from last week, where you, Justin, played Wex, and sadly Wex isn't here to talk about it with us because he is very busy boy. Yeah, Justin, if you want to talk about your game of the week matchup.
Yeah, I lost. All right. Anyway, so getting into the game of the week from week number 7, we had. No, but yeah, it was rough. I was trying to prep with Kev, and then I had Ryder also step in for a quick second, or not second. It was more like 30 to maybe an hour. Trying to just figure out a strategy that would work. Initially, we had Slurpuff coming in the front, and it was doing decent damage. It was doing about like 40% or so to
Yveltal?
Yeah. And then that would set up the Misty Terrain, and then that would boost my special defense, and I'd get on Burden, and we sped crypt the max airstream that Yveltal could be using on the Slurpuff. That way, with the Unburden, I'm still faster. So that was going to be the strategy, but then once we started mixing it up, and then he was just bringing Metagross in the front, it was like, oh no, I just die. Like, I just don't have a chance. So we had to mix it up. So I ended up bringing Jolteon in the front just to do Helping Hand, Thunder, Max Lightning, just to try and do something. And first game, he got the Invisible Focus Sash, which was rough because that did a lot of chip to me because he didn't die. He eventually died from Life Orb. That was after he did like 70% or plus onto the Jolteon that was maxed. So that one hurt, but I always knew that was going to be a roll. It was over 50% to kill, but still it was a roll. That obviously did not go in my favor. But I ended up winning that game. Game 2 was a little different. Did not go my way that time. Game 3, Did you know a crit's a 1 in 16 chance to happen? That puts it at 6.25%. Just imagine losing to something that's a 6.25% chance to happen. It's painful. If you haven't noticed, it's painful.
But
no fault.
Game 2, he switched it from Mienshao Yveltal to Clefable, and then he redirected that Max Lightning that Yveltal took Game 1. Like, despite living on 1, he didn't want that to happen again because it died at Life Orb. So he was like, all right, let me redirect it. And then Clef just died. But then Game 3...
That was always known.
Game 3 is when he got the crit, so Yveltal was at full health after the crit, and that's just...
Yeah, then after that, that's just game. That's just...
after your Maxmon that can handle Yveltal somewhat dies to a crit, and Yveltal's at full health, you have no hope in life.
Yeah. No, so the thing was, if he decided to switch it up, and he decided, hey, I'm going to lead Mienshao and Metagross, like, that would have been fine, because if he Max Quaked into me, I would still live a Max Quake for Metagross, surprisingly. And I would also speed creep. And I know he doesn't usually, because I've seen it from, prep and from watching him play, he doesn't usually run a protect move on the Metagross, so I knew I'd be safe to just be able to hit into him again, even though he has a Spadef boost. I would have Electric Terrain up, I'd be able to kill the Metagross, and everything would be fine and well. I get rid of the Maxmon, and I have a good chance of winning the game. I just died to a crit from Yveltal Game 3 that absolutely sucked, and I just kind of was like, all right, let's get this over with. Game 2, I did have a chance to win as well, though. I kind of messed up on an ally switch. I think I revealed all of my moves at that point, even from Game 1, if you factor that in. So he kind of knew, okay, I can't fake out. Okay, I can't reflect anymore. I can either Helping Hand or I can ally switch. Let's predict the ally switch here. And he did, and he got it. I probably shouldn't have. I knew I probably shouldn't have, but I did anyway, and that sucked. That did suck, but yeah, that was it. Fun times. Yeah, so anyway, let's not dwell on sadness for me. Let's move on to happiness, which is a new week, a fresh start, and a new game of the week. And the new game of the week for week 7 is going to be Rooster versus Wex. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Wex just had a game of the... This is big, but this is big. This is a big game. This is a very big game. It's one of the biggest games I've ever gamed. Trust me, it's a very big game. One of the bigger games you'll ever see. I promise. It's going to be a huge game. It's going to be the best game.
Did you just skip over a part of the agenda, though?
No. I was just introducing the game of the week.
Oh.
But, no, so, yes.
I think I might have already talked about the other part of the agenda accidentally.
Yeah, we have Ports versus Harrison. We're recording this on a Wednesday. They went yesterday, I believe.
Which will be talked about in the next episode, because that's when we do recaps. Even though I definitely didn't spoil how it goes already, so just stay tuned to find out who wins. Yeah, right? Because Wex edited all that out for me, right, Wex? Good guy. Wex, love you, buddy.
Yeah, he definitely didn't write anything on the screen right now. There's nothing popping up, just slandering your name. That's not happening.
Can Wex edit? That's cruel. But yeah.
Production shenanigans.
Put a Whimsicott on the screen.
No.
We talked about it, and most people, I'm pretty sure, have already had a game of the week. It's not a participation trophy, the game of the week, but at the same time, we want to try and get as many people involved as possible. But I don't know, the people that haven't had one this week just don't have, like, it's not as big as this game. Not as big. So what's it called? We are gonna go straight into Wex versus Rooster predictions and analysis. What do you guys think?
Now, listen. I want to back my boy Wex. but he fucked me over last week.
You're just only saying that because he's not here.
What? No.
I don't know.
That's not the case. It's no. It's just Rooster 2-0.
Oh my lord!
not even gonna talk about what he's got. Just flat out.
I wrote it down. I locked it in for him. You can't change. So.
No, no. Okay, but here's my reasoning. My reasoning is because I know Wex isn't going to have enough time to prepare properly for his team. While Yveltal is very, very strong into this team, it makes Calyrex look really bad. It makes Amoonguss look really bad. It makes a lot of things on the other team look very bad, right? Except for maybe like Pikachu, and obviously Regigigas. It's so hard to deal with Gigas wheezing. Yeah, he has some possible strategies that he could pull out maybe, but it's just I don't know. I just don't think he's gonna have enough prep for it. I just don't know if it's gonna be possible. So I'm gonna say Rooster 2-0. I hope I'm wrong. Wex, please prove me wrong. I'm trying to jinx you here. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm definitely not betting against you so I can get a better score on the prediction table. Please.
I mean,
you wanna
go for it, man. Go for it, Mal. Go for it.
Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna go the exact opposite. I think Wex can definitely pull it off. I'm kind of undecided if I think it'd be a 2-0 or a 2-1 because there's a reason Rooster is 6-0 right now. But I feel like Wex. I'm looking at what he's got. I'm thinking Mienshao can put in work. Yveltal is gonna go boom. And I have a feeling that maybe he's going to pull something out that we're not expecting. But I think I'm going to say 2-1 Wex, just because I think it's going to be a close one. But I think Wex can definitely do it.
I'll agree with that too. Wex definitely has the piece to deal with Rooster's threats. Like you said, Yveltal, Mienshao's there with Wideguard, and plus it has a CC that can do big damage to Gigas. He also has speed control and Fletchender with Tailwind.
Guys, can I? Riders going 2-1. Can I switch? Can I switch?
No, you locked it in.
No,
outvoted 3-1.
Oh, this council sucks.
You said it with chest, my friend. You said it with chest.
You know what?
Therefore, you.
But Riders right. Close combat hurts like a lot. Fuck. No, I mean, I think Rooster's gonna do something else. I don't think he's gonna do something traditional. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I don't think Rooster has ever done anything traditional.
That's fair.
The man has he's maxed Munchlax. I don't think there's anything he won't do. He's crazy.
This man's on shrooms. You can tell he's from Florida. You can tell.
So Ryder, you said 2-1?
2-1.
I'm going to lock in a 2-0 for Wex. I'm backing them again.
Let's go, Kev.
I'm tired of this tyranny from Rooster. Wex is going to win 2-0. I'm going to win my matchup 2-0, and I'm going to be top of the table where I belong, where I feel like home, and Wex is going to come through with the Yveltal into the Calyrex. And it's just going to do big damage. What you yawning for? You know it's facts. You know it's facts.
I'm gonna go back to the top of the table where I belong. All right. I'm gonna vomit.
It's right and just.
What am I back in church? You're gonna say it's truly right and just now? Come on.
This is Rooster's game.
You better watch out. You better watch out, Kev. I'm only behind you by 1 point.
It's fine. Fine, buddy. It's fine.
Church of Roosters in business, and he sees a couple of little boys. This is gonna get hairy.
We're chilling.
Yikes!
Is that a Catholic priest joke?
It can be.
That is very yikes.
Anyway,
edit that one out.
But definitely game of the week worthy. Wex is his record is looking pretty good too. Wex is right behind us, Mal. So Wex, if he pulls off a convincing win as I say he will, he can move ahead of us as well.
Let me just reshare this guy.
Maybe Wex will put that picture in the edit, and you guys will know what's coming.
I'll pay him off to do it.
Oh,
but yeah,
boy.
definitely game of the
Dang.
week worthy. And
Wanted
I think
it so bad.
with
All
our
right.
with our predictions
Griff-
being locked in, yeah, we can
Griff
swiftly
versus
move to
Will,
Griff
let's
versus
go.
Will. I hate to say it, but I feel like it's only going to be pain for Griffin this week.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree. It's
I'm thinking Blastoise goes a little burr this week.
I think it's another Will casualty here. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, I'm calling a 2-0 Will Swoobat sweep.
Wait,
That's what I'm calling.
wait. Why didn't you laugh after that? I'm
Because
sorry.
I'm serious. Bro, Swoobat has a great
How do I
matchup.
leave disconnect? Okay. No, come on.
Oh,
There's
listen.
no way.
listen,
Swoobat's-
listen.
It's not that good, bro. It's
Listen,
not.
listen.
It's doubles.
Redirection with Volcarona. Simple, calm mind. Spam airstreams. Spam them. And it decimates his team. Decimates. Swoobat's coming crazy this week.
I really hope he does
Guaranteed.
that. I hope he does that and he loses immediately 4-0 because he tries to do that. I pray. I just want to see Swoobat get shown off as the fragile MF that he is. And no, I don't mean misfortune, Mal. You can calm down.
Oh no, I thought you were. No, I'm not gonna comment.
No, I think this is another Will casualty. I don't think Griffin. I don't know if he can do that much in this match.
I don't think he has the vicinities for that big man.
I don't think you have the facilities for that big man. No, I just it's hard. It's definitely a hard matchup. I mean, if you look at it, Whimsicott definitely a better Tailwind setter than. Actually, no. Talonflame gets priority with the Gale Wing, so technically Talonflame's better with Tailwind. But I mean, that doesn't really matter here. The only thing I could possibly see is Trick Room doing something, but he got rid of his Trick Room Mon in Calyrex Ice. So I mean, it's kind of a Will 2-0. I'll toss it to the other guys, but yeah, that's my thoughts.
I think it's gonna be 2-0 for Will as well. I just don't see what Griffin could do in this matchup. Just Will's team just outclasses his.
I'm interested to see what Griffin does with the new Rayquaza transaction, like what he builds around. But yeah, I think he's just not gonna be comfortable quite with it yet, and Will is wheeling and dealing with his team. So yeah, like I already said 2-0, but it's gonna be rough for Griffin. Griffin down bad.
Down astronomically. Mao, did you give your prediction yet?
Not yet. I was gonna say
Okay.
it's not. I want to believe in Griffin, but just like kind of stacking up the teams, it's not looking great. What I would like to see, pipe dream that probably won't happen. I want to see the Trick Room Beartic.
Oh.
Just because I feel like I think it'd be funny, and I think it could be a surprising thing, but it also might not be enough. So he's got some mons I think could do work, but just looking at Eternatus, Whimsicott, Blastoise, he's probably going to bring Aegislash. Just not a good matchup on paper. I could see it. I could see he could win, but I'm probably also going to lock in a 2-0 for Will.
Yeah.
I mean, how does he counter Whimsicott Eternatus? Honestly, I don't know if there's really much of a counter. I mean, Eternatus.
you go you protect on Beartic turn 1. You set up the Trick Room, and then you bring everything ice you can do into Eternatus and hope it lies down and goes to sleep.
You just you kind of pray the Max Hailstorm crit actually crits the entire team and puts them at half. So when they switch in, it's like a stealth rocks on the Volcarona.
I was about to say you hope that they add ice stealth rocks right before the match starts, and you can set those up.
Absolutely. What would they be called?
Ice.
Stealth ice.
I'm thinking like stalactites.
Ooh, that's a big word.
I know. You know what? Next time I'll slow it down for you.
Yeah. I can't do big words. I say them. I don't know what that means.
Hold on. Button. That's a small word.
Button. Do I click? Do I click?
Do I click the button?
Do I? Okay, I clicked the button. Oh, look! I won with Lapras. G-Max. That's crazy.
Not again.
That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna click Tailwind because that looks like a cool button. I'm gonna click G-Max Resonance because that looks like it does damage. Oh, I get mitigation on the damage coming towards me with the Aurora Veil.
Kev, can I thank you again for picking up regular Lapras? You're the hero that you don't deserve.
Yeah, I'm the what's the word? The
Unsung hero.
There we go. Yep.
I was told that in 8th grade for my wrestling team. I was the unsung hero. It kind of felt like a backhanded compliment there, but anyway, moving on.
Let's sadly move on.
Do we want to Ryder versus Germ?
Yeah, Ryder takes the floor.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
What's the plan for Zacian, bro?
Zacian, Incineroar. Incineroar's gonna be the answer.
Get prepping, my guy. That's a vital piece of information.
Write that down.
Yeah, I feel like Incineroar is gonna be a key part. Like, I need those intimidates because his team is very physically oriented. Like, his key threats that threaten my Giratina, like the Glacier and the Zacian. Like, I just need to intimidate to neutralize them a bit. The Clefairy is going to be very annoying in this matchup.
He could bring special mints.
Yeah,
Eli go nut.
He's consistently brought Spexman. What they call. So Snarls, Intimidate, they're gonna be very, very important. So pretty much, I think in this matchup, I have to play Incineroar really well.
Ryder's gonna have to stall and keep switching Incineroar in and out and spam the Intimidates. Here we go, another Ryder stall week.
All right, that's a Ryder stall week. Here's how it's gonna go. He's gonna lead with Incineroar, and he's gonna double protect, and then he's gonna switch out the Incineroar, and he's gonna get another protect on the other mon, and he's gonna switch in Incineroar, and then he's gonna max that mon, but then he's gonna go for a mitigation move. And then he's gonna go for somehow miraculously. Incineroar gets Aurora Veil, and there's Hail Up now. And he's going to mitigate that damage.
And then here comes Comfey.
Comfey. Now he has 3 mons out in the field. We don't know how this is happening. I think he's cracking into the code. And he's going to do Floral Healing with his Triage. And everything's going to be put up to full health. Oh, you thought you were close to killing? Nah, here's 50% more on this mon. And it's just GG. It's GG.
Justin, here comes a random neutralizing gas, and he's going to switch it in and out, so the Intimidate goes on and off. And
oh, no. that's not a bad strategy. Ryder's like,
write that down.
Any C tiers left with neutralizing? No, it was only coughing. No. Is wheezing still?
There is normal wheezing. I think it's banned because the fairy one's gone. I think that was the rules week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the rule.
No.
Jokes aside, Incineroar stall this week. As much as we make fun of Ryder for it, it is very viable this week.
Oh no, it's really good. No, it's really good. Don't get me wrong. It's just, oh man, again. Oh man.
you go like, it's like one of those things where you see it happen, and you're like, yeah, I understand it's viable, but also just like it does not feel good when it happens to you.
No,
I know it's happening. You know it's happening too. That's the worst part.
It's like you try to do something cool, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna trick this weakness policy away with my Meowstic. And then it's like, oh wait, he double protected for Scout. Okay. I guess I'll go fuck myself because I don't think there's anything else I can do. Because you see the trick, you're like, okay, eject button, go fuck yourself. Here's a draining kiss in your mid piece. Have a nice day. It's like, all right, yep, that's fine. Expected at this point. Yeah, no, I mean the Incineroar is very valid. It's just as a viewer, it's painful because I know the feeling when you're on the other side. As a Pokemon purist, that I am not actually. It's still painful. I like.
Here's the real question, though, Justin. Here's the real question: do you back the stall or do you back the Zacian, regardless?
Now, this is a hard one because Zacian is still good, even though you drop his attack. Right? It doesn't make him less viable. It just what it's really going to depend on is what's paired next to the Zacian, right? If he pairs it next to a Salamence, he's gonna have a chance before Snarl goes off for the first time to do some real damage.
Wait. Hold on. I'm looking up something for this particular matchup.
Gotcha. So Zacian also does get quick guard, so I don't know if that'll matter here. But I know
Stop
he gets
a fake out into Zacian. I mean, he could stop both.
Is quick guard +2 or +4?
It's the same as I believe it's the same as wide guard, but I could be wrong.
What's wide guard? Is that +3?
+3.
Okay, so it's the same, but he'd be faster than Incineroar here. So he'd be able to.
Actually, I know it's +4 and protects +5.
Gotcha.
It's +4. It's +4.
Okay. Well, either way, that's higher than +3 fake out. So, wide guard will go off, so he can protect. Not wide guard, quick guard. That'll go off, and that'll protect from. I mean, I said quick guard earlier, but so I'll protect from other things, but it just really depends on what he pairs next to it. The Salamence could go crazy, I think. I mean, it could do a lot of damage, but again, you're hitting into a very bulky Giratina that's more than likely going to run weakness policy if he decides he wants to bring it this week. I think Ryder might experience a better time running Celesteela, given the steel typing. That could be beneficial. Maybe I think Giratina is actually better. Let me scroll down.
Giratina, I'm not too sure about Giratina in this matchup though.
Yeah, because you do have Clefairy, and then you do have Chinchino.
I see four weaknesses on Germ's team for your Giratina, so like that's kind of rough. 5 if you count like coverage.
Yeah.
Maybe
2 of them are his C tiers though, so like we shall see.
I'm just worried about his top 4.
I see 4 in between S and A, and then I see 1 in B. So like
interesting.
But what I was looking up to see because he's got Espeon, I was wondering if Magic Bounce would reflect and Tim back at both, but it will only reflect for the Espeon, and I don't think it will hit both Mons. I think it'll only hit Incineroar.
Oh, that would have been a cool tech right there. To avoid it. Yeah, that would have been nice. I mean, that would still be decent, but more than likely, if he's leaving it out, it's to support with Fake Out and then Snarl if there's a special attacker. So it doesn't really do a whole too much if it's just going to be hitting Incineroar. I mean, Flare Blitz maybe would be mitigated, but odds are he's going to want to switch it out and then switch it back in.
Just wanted to see in case I needed to drop something about it.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, we love the tech talk, boys, but come on, I need some numbers. I need some predictions.
Oh, the numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Someone else go first.
Okay, yeah, we could definitely start with Ryder backing himself. I expected that. What are you saying, Ryder? 2-0 or 2-1?
2-0. I think.
Oh!
The
bounce
confidence.
back. Bounce back from Ryder this week.
Yeah, I think I can pull off a 2-0 this week if I can handle his top 4.
Interesting. I like the confidence, Ryder. I hope it works out. We need our commissioner back in full. Actually, no, we don't. I don't want you back. I love you, buddy, but I can't play you in the playoffs in full form. I can't have that. I can't be doing that. Mal, what are you saying?
I really don't know. I'm thinking like a 2-1 Ryder.
Ooh, one rider.
Yeah,
Nice.
just in case he brings something that catches him off guard, and he covers my butt. But I definitely think that Ryder can do it.
And all right, well, I know mine. I'll let you think a little more, Justin. I agree with Mal. I'm gonna back Ryder as well. I think Ryder bounces back, but I think Germ can pull off a set. I think if anything, I can see this going where Germ wins game 1, and then Ryder adjusts very well. He knows what he wants to do and can win the next 2 games. So I'm gonna say 2-1 Ryder.
This one's tough.
Are you gonna join the crowd or back Germ?
I'm honestly struggling with this one because I'm seeing multiple different avenues where, you know, Salamence can be protected with the Follow Me Clefairy, right? Because what do you have except for maybe Celesteela that's gonna be able to do a whole bunch of damage? I mean, maybe Magnezone can do a whole bunch of damage into Clefairy, right? It's just
He's got some options.
he has some options, sure, but Eviolite and just being a nuisance with the redirection. I know you have Snarl and Incineroar, but Salamence does damage, especially if it's okay. I'll go Ryder 2-1, but I think it's gonna be a lot closer than we might be thinking right now. I think at the end of the day, if Ryder does decide to go with a Snarl Assault Vest set on the Incineroar, and I think if he brings the Celesteela, he might be in a fairly good shape, because Celesteela can do a lot of things in the Glastrier. It can hit super effective in the Clefairy and get that out of the way. It has options.
They're sitting there very mad that you're talking about Celesteela so much. He's like, damn, I was gonna definitely do that. Shut up, Justin.
That was my idea. No, I mean, but yeah, that would be my thought process. That's what I would specifically prep for, is a Incin Celesteela lead.
Just tell Jerem what Ryder's gonna do. That's cool as well.
Well,
Keep
listen,
going.
I don't know what Ryder's gonna do. Well, maybe just Comfey Garrett in the back. He has the floral healing, and he just
Stall spam.
Just
I'm
spams
just gonna
that.
play very slowly now.
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably work, to be honest. If I'm being honest here. But I'll say 2-1 Ryder. 2-1 Ryder.
All right, cool. I know we have our game of the week, obviously Rooster and Wex for obvious reasons, but I'm very excited for matchup in Germ vs Ryder. But we can move on to which is Gummy versus Mac. 2 teams that are struggling a bit. We expected a lot more from Mac this season, and he's had some tough games, some tough matchups. What are you guys thinking for this one? How you liking Gummy's matchup into this tough team?
Well, I'll just go based off of this. Is Mac's wife still pregnant?
Yes.
The answer is yes. I'm gonna take Gummy 2-0.
What does that mean? What are you trying to say?
No, it's having, and I know this more than a lot of people. Having a pregnant wife.
You
right?
know, okay.
That definitely.
Yep.
Listen, I played Sims a bunch of times. I understand the stress of having a pregnant wife can be, although it is a joy to be able to be giving life to something else that is of your creation, right? It is also another thing to deal with the mood swings that coincide with the bringing about of this life form. So, I don't know. I just don't
Mac
think
listens to this with his wife and plays her this part.
he's like, oh, what the fuck? No. So I don't know. I think he has a really good matchup into it this week with Solgaleo or Solgaleo, whatever you want to fucking pronounce it. I don't care. I just think it's very, very nice. I also think I think Max Porygon Z could also do some bits this week. I'm not gonna lie. I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I'm looking at his team. I think he has one normal resist, and that's the Stack Attacker, which you can have coverage moves on Porygon for to actually be able to do damage. So I don't know. I like what I see from Gummy. I mean, I feel like he's going to be able to prep more than Mac is, just in general. Even though I think Mac's team is really good, and I know how we were all raving about it before the season started, but I just don't know if Mac's going to be able to prepare enough for maybe a Porygon-Z Grimmsnarl lead, or something with Solgaleo and Grimmsnarl or Togekiss, like any of the mixture of the top 4, because I think they do a lot of work this week. So that's me. I think, did I say 2-0 or 2-1? I think
You
I said
said
2-0. Yeah.
2. I think you said 2-0 Gummy.
Yeah, 2-0 Gummy. I'm locking that in.
Interesting.
That's an
Now
interesting.
what are you saying?
I saying, on paper, I really want to say Mac. I'm just really digging his top 4. But I definitely think it's going to come down to prep. I'm going to say 2-1 Mac.
Interesting.
Put a number on it.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. On paper, Mac definitely has the better matchup. I just see Trick Room in this matchup, and Trick Room really benefits Mac. Mac's Hatterene could work, and Mac's Snack Attacker. Both of them could work really well in this matchup.
Sure. I think I don't want to spoil it. I guess I'm not that he's already done it, but like I don't want to say it because I think it has a really good matchup this week, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think the Riolu and Hatterene combination this week could be really good with the Max Guard and Copycat into a Bullet Punch and Weakness Policy. I think Max Shadow Ball from Hatterene into Solgaleo goes Burr, and I think Hatterene then has the vicinities to hit the rest of Mi's team as well. So yeah, I kind of have to agree with that now that I was kind of struggling, and now that you say that, I like that matchup specifically. So I will say 2-0 Mac. I think Mac bounces back, and I'm just rhyming at this point, but 2-0 Mac is what I'm going to go with. I think I don't know if it's safe, but that's how I'm feeling. He played well against me last week, and I think he's going to bounce back this week.
I can't be the only one backing the Gumster.
You did.
Oh.
You. Well, let's see what Wex said. Did Wex back the Gumster? No, he did not. He said 2-0 Mac as well. You are the
no.
only.
I needed to just follow Wex's predictions. That's how I win. No.
Yeah, but then there's no room for growth.
That's
Can't
true,
pass
that's
them.
True. I gotta go against some of the grain, but that's
Right.
fine. That's fine. I'll do me.
2 more games to cover. This long episode. If anyone is still watching right now, we are greatly appreciative of you. Times have been tough getting people to record and getting everyone together and doing separate episodes like we normally do. So let's
Wex and Eli, get your shit together.
But let's get these 2 games out of the way. We'll do me and Riolu next. I have 1 water absorbon and Lapras, and I have no Storm Drain. Someone help. Someone help.
Here's what you do. You lead Lapras, and you max it immediately, so Grass Knot can't, hit you super effective.
Okay. Notes. I'm taking notes.
What I would do is I would also have Marowak in the back, because there's a good chance.
In rain, bring Marowak. Okay, interesting strategy.
Lightning Rod.
Because he's gonna try to thunder you with the Kyogre. That's when you bring in the Whack. The Whack is only there to support. You want the Lapras to take care of the problem on the other side. Now you might be able to KO Kyogre after the second turn, because I don't know if does a max lightning kill Kyogre? I don't know the calc.
Probably not.
Yeah,
Here's a question real quick that I've been wondering if any of y'all know. Do the items like Absorb Bulb and the Moss, do those take the hit and then or do they do you still take damage from those? Because like you could.
We'll have to go to expert Ryder for that answer. Ryder, do you know the
When
interaction?
you're holding an absorb ball, if you get hit by any water move, you'll get the boost.
But do you take damage too, or is it just like a one-time immunity where it takes the item?
Oh, you take damage.
Okay, so I was gonna say if it did that, then we would probably see a lot more stuff like absorb ball.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, if it was an immunity, that'd be kind of broken. I'm kind of glad it's not like. I mean, I'm kind of sad because I could have ran that this week, but at the same time, that'd be kind of broken. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna get a heavy dose of the water spout this week, and I'm not quite sure I have many resists for it. But we're gonna put it. We're gonna put in the prep. We're gonna put in the work, and I'm gonna back myself 2-0 as we normally do on this podcast.
Yawn.
What are you saying, Justin? Then, if you're yawning,
No, I'll say.
You say that like the next matchup you're not gonna back yourself.
Hey, whoa! I've just peeked at what Wex said, and he said 2-1 you. I might have to follow, but we're not on that yet. Listen, you're probably gonna think of something. We'll probably figure something out in prep that's good against that scenario, and then others that we want to prep. I'll say 2-0 you.
2-0? Oh,
Yeah.
you're back. What a guy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have a water absorb mon, which does not bode well for his Tornogre lead. So what's the only other thing that he has run that's looked really, really well? And that's Delibird and the Croc.
Delibird.
So, hold on, let me just look at your team real quick. Do you have redirection on your team?
Nope.
Oh, well,
Redirection is irrelevant in a water spout fight.
that is true. But you do have...
You have the wide guard. You have the wide guard too.
You have wide guard. You have fake out options. You have ways of getting around this. I think for you, Marowak has to be a definite bring, just to pair with Lapras, because Lapras obviously can't be touched by the lightning. But then again, if he does lead Delibird plus Crocodile, it's just a max rockfall on your mid piece, and that's gonna hurt like a motherfucker. But I think we'll figure something out. We'll find a way. So I'm gonna say 2-0 you.
I'm actually gonna say 2-1 for Riolu.
Yes.
Oh my lord.
Yes. Difference.
Blasphemy.
I don't know. Water spout just looks too strong. I don't know. You have Lapras and Serena to like take a hit, but But he also has Tornadus partner with the Kyogre, and he also has a Heliolisk. I don't know. It looks like it's another game where Kyogre can just click Water Spout once Lapras is gone. It just seems like that in this matchup to me.
All I can say is I'm a little sad. No, I went against Ryder last week. I want Ryder to lose again because, despite my love for him, I don't want to play him in the playoffs. So I understand. I understand the pain. Mac. Mal, what are you saying?
I'm looking to see if there's any. Ooh, there might be some hidden tech in here.
For who?
For what's his face? Riolu.
Pain. All I feel is pain.
Don't say it. Don't say it. I don't want to.
I'm not gonna say it.
Yes.
But Riolu, there is a mon on your team that can do some very fun stuff against Kev's team.
Scaring me. You're scaring me.
It's just a matter of if you realize which one it is and what it is, because it is kind of out there. It's tangentially related to something I've done. That's the only hint I'm gonna give.
I'm scared. Please no.
But
it's Haunter, isn't it?
That's for Riolu to decide. Anyway, I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna say 2-0 Kev. You've had a hot season.
Oh, let's go.
2-0 hot season. I think you can do it.
D-Rider.
But if Riolu pulls out the tech, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Yo, can you message me the tech?
I don't
We'll
know.
be ready for it.
Because what if do you play him?
No, I already played Riolu. I won 2-0.
Oh. On second thought, I'll think about it.
Yes.
All right. So our predictions are in. I thank you, boys, who support me.
Whoa.
I know. I'm saying just for my match.
You made it
No.
sound like it was over.
No.
I think you're forgetting a very.
We have a very important matchup this week between Mr. Click Buttons and Mr. 5-1 Hot Streak, Justin and Mal. Talk about it, boys. What you bringing? Just tell each other what you're bringing now, and then it'll be like a mind game if you actually bring it or not.
Okay, so I'm bringing Thunderous and Obstagoon as my lead, with the Zamazenta, and then I think I'm
You
gonna go
wish you had
Lapras
my
in the
team.
back. I just think Lapras in the back is pretty good. I'll probably max it, to deal with your Incineroar, and then
I don't know why you think I'm bringing Incineroar when I'm bringing Dracozolt Fungus as my lead.
It's my bad. I think something else I gotta be wary of is the Toga Kiss ride on lead. I think that could be very strong into my Abomasnow and Noivern.
Are y'all
But
done
I
yet?
think
y'all
you have
done
to
yet?
consider. I think we gotta consider me also just bringing Whimsicott, even though it's not on my team. In fact, nobody drafted it clearly because it is so useless as a Pokemon.
All I'm
in
saying
doubles.
is I can get you DQ'd by making you bring a Talonflame that has its nickname sent to the wrong tier, therefore disqualifying you.
You know what you guys should do?
Oh boy.
Justin, you should bring Limber Ditto, and Mal can bring non-Blizzard, non-Hail Ninetales. You can have that kind of matchup.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's, and then I'm gonna click Aurora Veil, and I'm just gonna act like I don't know what's going on.
I gave
roll.
Mal the
It's a
Ninetales,
roll.
bro. You have Limber.
No, so here's the thing: when you send out Ditto,
Oh
there's this
yeah,
funny
true. Yeah.
thing. When
Okay.
you
Yeah.
click transform,
I'm just gonna shut up. Up.
yeah, that's kind of crazy, isn't it?
That's assuming that Mal would have Aurora Veil. Ha!
He might not. I
I'm
mean, he
running
might
Growl.
he's so big brain. He's not running Aurora Veil.
Spread attack down. Let's go, Growl.
Hey, come on.
Wait, is Growl
Some-
spread?
I think it's spread now.
Yeah, it's
wow.
a spread move.
Oh my god,
Same
it's
thing
actually
with
viable.
Leer.
And you can run it if you run it with like a special attacker. You can you can run Throat Spray and get a special attack boost after you growl.
I mean, I ran a special Bolton last season with Throat Spray. You just snarl.
Yeah, I remember that. That was very interesting.
But no, this is a hard matchup to actually talk about because obviously neither of us want to be like, oh well, I'm thinking of bringing this.
Yeah.
I think I just would rather hear what.
Oh yeah, me and Ryder can go into it then.
Yeah, let me hear what you guys think.
I'm interested to see.
You're wrong.
I'm interested to see Dialga's matchup this week.
I'm not.
I don't think it likes, even though it's not super effective. I don't think it likes fireballs from Cinderace or a Max Quake from Necrozma. Machamp could be interesting this week to deal with Dialga. Hit it very hard. I mean, it's slow, but it hit it very hard. I think Quagsire is very cool this week. Unaware in case a weakness policy is run is very cool. I think Quagsire could be a decent matchup. For Justin, I'm interested to see maybe maybe he runs the Archeops this week. The new transaction. Very cool. The synergy with the coughing. Just get rid of that shit ability. Would be very cool. Other than that, listen, this is looking a little rough for you, buddy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it looks very rough for you, just.
You don't think I know that? You don't think? Oh, I know. I'm struggling. I have one idea.
Ooh.
That's Prey. Literally, I don't I don't know what to do. I mean,
I think you have metronome. You can go for it.
yeah, I think that's my best bet. Just SD off the metronome into a double protect off the rip. Yep, that'd be my luck. That would be my luck. Does Meowstic get metronome?
I don't know if it gets Prankster metronome. I think Dust Noir definitely gets it.
That'd be
'Cause-
funny.
I
Noir
ran,
does get it.
I ran Prankster metronome and
Who'd you run that against?
Did I play Quartz yet?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
you
think
did.
it was Quartz. It was like week
Yeah.
2 against Quartz.
Yeah, I Prankster
On the
metronome on
Sableye.
Sableye, yeah.
That was
That's
that was funny. That was funny.
I'm legit checking. I kind of BS'd and said, oh yeah, no, Dustnor gets it.
I was 100% sure Dust Noir gets it. I
If-
watched
If I end up bringing
video.
Dusknor, I promise you, one of the moves that I'm gonna have is going to be metronome. That's the only information you're getting. If I bring Dusknor, one of the moves is going to be metronome.
Hear me out.
I mean, yeah, that means Mountains it on Sableye now.
I was gonna say if you bring it on him, I'll bring it on Sableye.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was just Dusknor versus Sableye at the end? And then
Oh
instead
my
of
god,
you
please,
instead of you
boys,
clicking
please.
foul play and getting an easy win, you do the honorable thing and you click metronome and we just battle it out until the end.
It'd
be
It'll be the
hilarious.
best battle of the season.
Yeah.
Battle.
Well, Ryder, what you seeing?
Well, well, Cinderace looks real. Maractus looks really good in this matchup. Especially against the Rillaboom and Dialga. I think Maractus can pull annoying. I think it has access to like Cotton Guard. I think I'm like going straight to Stolly sets with Maractus, but
Wow. Oh boy.
Who would have thought?
Not
But-
me.
yeah, Cinderace looks really good. Necrozma looks.
Wait,
pretty good.
Cotton Guard's a +3? What?
You
Plus
didn't
3
know that?
defense.
Yeah,
No,
plus
what?
3 defense.
Yeah.
Bro, Whimsicott gets priority Cotton Guard, and no one clicks it.
No.
Why?
I mean, it's kind of useless because you
Wait.
just get Max Hailstorm by
Wait.
something and you're dead anyway.
Wait a second. Doesn't? Wait. Wait a second. No, it does
Uh-oh.
not. Oh my goodness! Could you imagine Cotton Guard mimic body press?
Stop that. Stop that. That's not funny. I don't like that. Guys, stop giving him ideas. Give me ideas. I'm the one that's the underdog.
I don't know.
I
You've
mean-
won a champion. You've won a season. I have not.
I also was clicking buttons with Gmax, Lapras, and Whimsicott. It made it fairly easy, okay?
It was all a ploy to get you to admit it on tape. Got you. Shut the podcast down. I did.
Oh, it's 4K,
Oh,
isn't it? Oh, God.
Caught in 4K Dolby surround sound.
No, not the surround sound. God, no. I mean, I think Ryder can attest to it. I played fairly well in the finals. I played fairly well to get to that point too. So yeah, I
You
miss my
had a
surf.
whole storyline in the season 2. Yeah,
You had the plot armor that season.
yeah,
Yeah.
You definitely had the plot.
Yeah, I don't think I dropped a game in the entire postseason. So I
You
think
didn't drop
I
a game. Like the last 6 weeks of the season, you didn't drop a game,
Yeah, it was a good stretch. Too bad I
including
can't
playoffs.
do that. Yeah.
But,
I'm gonna do my predictions now because I'm
You backing yourself? Or you just gonna forfeit?
just be like 2-0 Mao for no reason, no reason at all. And as soon as the game starts, turn 1, it's like, all right, yeah, I lost. GG / surrender /
He kills one mon, and you pull a Griffin. All right, yeah, GG. Sorry. I'm out.
GG's. Yeah, there's no way I'm winning. You can figure out who's gonna get the rest of the kills. It doesn't matter. Yeah, no, I'll
Pour them all into Maractus.
If you forfeit, all kills go to Maractus.
Yeah, no, I feel like technically they should go to the fastest mound on the field. I feel like that's a little fairer, but yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Mao.
What?
I'm
Whoa.
not joking, by the way. I'm not saying I'm not gonna try, but A, I need points, and B, this is an awful matchup for me. Don't
You
think
need
I can.
points. You need points in the standings table, my friend.
I do. Last
Oh,
time
boy.
I went to 3 sets against Wex. I could have just won 2-0, but I messed. Like I said, I ally switched when I knew I probably shouldn't have. That made me take a close combat from Mian Xiao, and that did some damage to Jolteon that was unrecoverable because it made me faint. But
Are you
yeah,
locking that in?
I'm locking in 2-1 Mao. It's just because I have a terrible matchup. I don't think realistically I have an idea of what I want to do, but outside of that, everything just looks bad. I just see pain. I see pain all over. I don't even think Mao needs to do anything tricky, to be honest. He could just lead something fairly basic.
Oh, he's
and-
so baiting you right now. You
No,
gotta prep
no, I'm
extra
not.
hard. Now you gotta prep extra hard.
No, I'm not. It's just it's looking like I have almost zero shot. I would give myself a 20% chance to win 2-0 and a 35% chance to win 2-1. I don't, and I never get those rules. I mean, if I give myself a 6.25% chance to win, then maybe I'd win. But yeah, no, I'll go 2-1 Mao. I don't like my matchup.
Now, what are you saying? You backing yourself?
I really want to back myself, but I feel like if I
No, we can't have this. We can't have this.
there'd be a chance that like I'm like, yeah, no, I'm backing myself 2-0, and then just like he brings something I don't expect, like I get swept by Sock or something, and I go, oh, well, GG, and then it just not a good look to back yourself and then lose. But I also think that I deserve at least to feel confident, so I'm gonna go ahead and say I'll say 2-0 me.
Fair.
I'm gonna go for it. In the next episode,
out of nowhere.
if
No,
I
that's fair.
if I lose, Wex can put an image in the next podcast of me saying something along the lines of like, "I long for the sweet release of death," along with along with the score report that's gonna say like 0-2, and it was an 8-0 for Justin.
That'd be pretty epic if I was able to do that. Imagine. Oh man. Miracles
what you
don't happen.
Ooh. With that said, I'm gonna back you this just then you can 2-1.
Oh, you're too kind. You're throwing points for me, for my own personal ego. Thank you. I appreciate it.
The funny thing
can
is,
do it.
the funny thing is, I was gonna say 2-1 Justin as well.
What? You guys
I-
just said how shit of a matchup I have, and I know I have a shit matchup, and you're gonna back me? What is this? This doesn't make any sense.
We know you don't have.
All right, fine. I
I
take it back. 2-1 now.
There you go.
All right. I'll stay here believing in you, but I think you have a shot.
Yeah,
A
I
slight-
wanted to believe in you, Justin. You said, "Nah, fuck me." So I was like, "All right, fine, fuck you," and I'm going now. You convinced me otherwise. I'm taking the points this week because I think
No.
Wex backed you as well. So we're pulling
He
ahead.
backed me. Hold on. He backed Mao, right?
No, I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Oh, he backed me. What the fuck? What? It's crazy. This is crazy. People
Got you,
actually-
Mal. I got you. I wanted to back Justin, but I got you.
Don't worry, Mao. I got you as well.
That's
Don't
true.
you
That is
worry.
true. Justin also got you. That's fair.
I got you. No, I mean, but just look at the matchup, man. I mean, Necroza Duskmane, you have a lot of coverage, and you could probably hit into super effective on every single one of my mons. Cinderace just does damage. I mean, if I bring Rillaboom, I'm a stupid motherfucker, right? So I'm gonna bring Rillaboom. Sableye can just quash everything. I'm gonna get flashbacks to season 2 game set 1 against Ryder where he just quashed me. I was like, what the fuck does this move do? Prankster? I've never heard of that before. And just lose like to Oblivion. Yeah, it's not fun.
Before we head to the outro, I just wanted to talk about, I think, a great special rule this week, because I've been keeping record of Mal's predictions. But however, Mao has missed the entire season of predictions.
Oh no! I have a great idea.
Well, I was gonna say, okay, wait, you can bounce yours off me if it's not the same thing. I was gonna say if your score prediction agrees with Mao's prediction this week, you get an extra point on your prediction.
No, I was gonna say. So we'll say Mao and Ryder. The amount of points they get right, divide it by 2, and that'll count for Eli.
I was gonna say Ryder. So I had Ryder penciled in to substitute for Eli like he did last week, but on normal rules. So Ryder's predictions are locked in for Eli, and then based off Mao's predictions, if you and Mao agree, you get an extra point.
Did Mao agree with me at all?
Let's see.
That will dictate my answer on this one, by the way.
Let's see.
I thought we agreed on them. I'm pretty sure we agreed on
You
something.
both said 2-0 Will. You both said 2-1 Ryder. You both said 2-0 to me. You both. That was it. You agreed on 3 out of the 6. That's half.
You know what? I like the rule. The rule is decent. I will take that. I think that's very valid.
If you get it, so let's add this twist. If you perfectly agree with what Mao said, so you pick the winner and the score, get +2. If you just get the winner that Mao said as well, you get +1. So
Okay.
get both is +2. If you just get one, +1. Like that? Is that a good special rule for this week?
I like it. I think it's fair.
Awesome. All right. Believe that is all we have, correct, boys?
I think so. I think we've covered everything. This has been a very long episode. I will not lie. But
Oh yeah.
with that
Very
being
long.
said, I mean, we covered a lot. I feel like it was entertaining. I mean, I enjoyed spending this time with you guys. So I want to give a special thank you to Mao and Ryder as well, and Kevin for being there as always. This has been a very, very good episode, -2 of the NDA podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in. And if you stayed for this long, congrats. I'll give you nothing, but yeah. Anyway,
Love you.
yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening, and stay tuned for the Week 7 recap that should be coming out probably in the next month or so, at least. I would imagine.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming, Mao and Ryder. Peace out, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.